The Fall of America by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Chapter 10. Resurrection of Our People. The old world must be removed to make way for the new world. There is a universal struggle being waged by the old world against the beginning of the new world. Will the old world's opposition prevent the establishment of the new world? According to recorded history, the efforts being made by the old world against the beginning of a new world will fail, as did former opponents of Allah. According to the history of Noah, the people ridiculed the very thought of Allah bringing a flood to drown them. Noah was laughed at and scorned for preaching such a doctrine. According to the Bible and Holy Quran, he was called a liar and looked upon as a crazy person. Some of the members of Noah's family joined the mockers and disbelievers of Allah and his messenger, who was Noah. They met the same fate as the others who disbelieved. The opposition of that world to the advent of a better world was a total failure. So shall it be with those today who oppose the beginning of a new world of righteousness, Islam. In the time of Abraham and his nephew Lot, before the birth of Ishmael and Isaac, Abraham's two sons, the people, mockers and haters of truth and righteousness in that part of the world, the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, had become victimized to every imaginable evil. They even threatened the life of the preacher of righteousness, Lot, disregarding the strangers, angels, visiting Lot, until it was too late. So it is with the opponents of the Messenger of Allah today in America. The wicked always believe they are mightier than Allah, and they make a supreme effort to thwart the plan and purpose of Allah to bring about a better world. They always love to attack the messenger to try to condemn him as a liar. Trying to prove the messenger a liar means calling Allah a liar. The Holy Quran repeatedly prophesies a miserable, shameful, and disgraceful defeat for the disbelievers and hypocrites in their campaign against the last messenger of Allah, whom Allah would raise in the time of the resurrection of the dead people. Messengers are never sent. They always are raised in the midst of those whom Allah would warn, so they can't claim that they did not understand the language of the messenger, or say that he was a foreigner or stranger. The messenger is one from them. For nearly 34 years, I have served you, just as Allah's warners of old served a hard-hearted and hard-headed, disbelieving people who were great lovers of the enemies of Allah and the true religion, Islam, which means entire submission to Allah's will. There is mockery, and evil plans are made against my life by the wicked, just as they were made against Noah and subsequent prophets. The powerful, rich world of Christianity, especially America, is made to seem as immovable as the mountains. But it is not impossible to remove mountains. They can be removed by high explosives. So wealth and power also can be reduced to nothing. We are now living in the judgment or doom of the white man's world. Preparations have been made to meet every effort by the white man to oppose the beginning and setting up of Allah's new world of righteousness, Islam. The government, USA, today watches my followers with an evil eye, seeking to deceive anyone who would enter the fold to help further the cause of truth and the upliftment of the mourning heads and the grieving hearts of the American so-called Negroes, to help make them a nation of righteousness and justice, to serve as a star for the nations of their own kind forever. The U.S. government is active in its deceitful work of trying to slow the progress of the resurrection of our people. American whites want us to reject Allah and the true religion, Islam, and believe in their false religion and false God, whom they cannot make manifest to you. They cannot prove to you in this day and time that Christianity is a defense for you, as well as for themselves, against their doom. America must be taken and destroyed, according to the prophets, at the time and end of the wicked world, where the lost and found members of the ancient and aboriginal people are found. America hates and mistreats her slaves to the extent that it has reached the heart of Allah and the righteous people of the earth, the nation of Islam. Reread where our black brothers refer to the American so-called Negroes as their brothers, while, according to the preachings of some of these lost and found members of the aboriginal nation of the earth, they would rather have themselves referred to as the brothers of their enemies. The extent to which the enemy has poisoned the minds and hearts of my people here in America is shameful. They willfully do anything to deceive the so-called Negroes into going to their doom with them. There is no way for the enemy of Allah, his messenger, and his people, the darker people of the earth, to find strength, power, and wisdom enough to win in a war against Allah. As it is written in the Christian Bible and many other places, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in thee, which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works that are therein, shall be burnt up." Bible, Peter, chapter 3, verse 10. The earth shall not be burned. It will be here for many thousands of years to come. Only that on the earth, the devils, which has sinned against Allah and his laws, will be destroyed. The earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars have never disobeyed Allah since their creation. Purchase the books, CDs, and DVDs of the life-giving teachings at store.finalcall.com. Listen to the messages of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan 24/7 at finalcallradio.com. Watch the Nation of Islam's weekly and live broadcasts at NOI.org.